Hey guys, how's it going? Hanging out with my friend Brian. Brian gave me a call. So he was having a little problem with his V-dub.
I was?
Yes. And he decided to show me what it was.
Come look, sir. It's having a little bit of an engine problem, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Lack thereof, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the backstory? What'd you do? What'd you do?
I was on the highway, which isn't great in an old car, but I was anyway, had to. And it started to clack. And instead of lifting and getting off the highway, I stayed right in it, and it clacked up until you'll see in the garage.
Did you make a home with it?
I did.
You didn't get touched?
Pulled
Okay.
it in the garage to pull the motor.
So you pulled the motor and tore it down. Oh, let's go check it out.
Yeah,
it's in his garage.
I'll tell you inside.
Well, here we are in his garage. He's got a little bit of a mess going on. He's got his, this is your little operating table.
I'm going to call it a controlled chaos. Oh, controlled chaos. So when I first tore the engine down after it was making noise, I did find that I don't have my glasses on, but the oil ring is missing a big piece right there on top. Right?
Yeah, it sure is. I'm missing half of it, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know if it damaged inside or not, so I decided to take the pistons off. I took the pistons off. I was checking the connecting rods, and that one's good. Is that okay, sir?
That's not too good.
What's the tolerance?
Maybe the bolster's loosened up. So that was your rattle that you heard. And
Yeah.
generally, you know, to do a bottom end on one of these is you got to take it apart, send it out, get a line board, get a new crank, and you know, it just gets in a lot to try to repair that compared to repairing a top end. So yeah. I have a engine that we grabbed, I don't know, about 2 months ago or so, that is just happens to be the same motor as this. This one's a 1500 single port, and the one I have is out of a 67. It's a 1500 single port also. But like all the tins and stuff are all rotted and crappy and everything. Where Brian's stuff looks quite decent as far as his sheet metal and his carbs. And we've had this apart at my house.
Since we've had one time when I first got it at the old garage.
Yeah.
And then one other time I resealed it at the new garage.
So third time's the charm. We're gonna go.
I mean, I've had the car 10 years.
Yeah.
And
it's your daily, so it's not like
it's my daily, and I'm not very gentle on it. And
so,
especially that day, I was not gentle.
So we're gonna try to put the two motors together, see if we can go put one decent one together and get him back up and running one more time.
One more time.
All right, so we're gonna take all this stuff, and I got the orange truck here. We're gonna go load it up in the back. We'll bring it to the shop. I'll meet you over there, and we'll start doing some wrenching on that. Well, Brian's got his little, not red wagon, but maybe going back to your childhood. He's got a bunch of parts. He's gonna go over to the parts washer and start getting all this stuff cleaned up. And we're gonna go over by the engine and go check out what we got going on over there. But where's your intake manifold?
Over there, still leaking gas in the back of the truck.
Oh, there's that. Yeah. You know the new guy always gets the shitty job, right?
I mean, I actually enjoy this job, sir. New guy or not.
So this is what we're going to go and put in it. This was dragged out underneath the workbench on a house that we cleaned out. It had a bunch of Volkswagen stuff, and it was in unknown because it was pretty rough. But we were able to go through it. We got it running. Had rockers falling off it and stuff. And that's where our compression was. So it was, 4 or 5 months ago. And 100 pounds, 100 pounds, 100 pounds, 105. Runs well. Needs valve cover bail drilled out, which I think was on this side. The valve cover, there's like a metal band that goes across here. That rotted off and it snapped inside the head. So we're going to go strip all the stuff off. None of it's any good. You can see all the tins are all beat up. And, you know, the stuff that he has is just much better condition. Plus, we know the fuel pump works. The distributor works. The generator works in it. These are all rotted out. Heater boxes are missing half of themselves. And we'll change, put his clutch and everything on. So without further ado, I'm going to start stripping parts off of this. We'll get them on the bench. He's over here in the process of cleaning. And then once we get this tore down, we'll have a better idea what we do and don't need from his stuff, which is pretty much going to be everything. It's like I have a little elf in the background working away. So, I don't remember what we took apart last time where we had the shroud off or not. I think we did, but the there's a thermostat that runs up underneath and holds this on. I don't know whether we reinstalled that or not. We're just going to pretty much fairly quickly on this stuff. Yeah, the generator band's not even tight, so we must have had the fan shut off. I'll leave that in a minute. Let's get the belt off. Went to go put a wrench on it, it's not even tight. So I must have ran it without it even using the generator, but when I was done, I just sat all the pieces on it. Uses shims to adjust the pulleys. And we get 2 screws going on each side of the tin. Let me get them out of it. Other side's already off. Should be able to lift it right out of there. There we go. I see no thermostat. We're going to want to get that because we got to get all these tins off. We're going to need to get this intake manifold off of here. And they are a tad rusty. Hey, keep it down. Yeah, sometimes these can fight you a little bit. Let's see how they do. The idea is try not to break too much hardware. I think it was full of, we took it off, it was full of nest. Now that I seem to remember. A little custom 10mm. Get us in there. All right. Good. That one cracked loose. The other side's oily, so I'm not going to suspect a problem. That one cracked loose. All right, let me get them spun out of there. I'll bring you back with the manifold off. All right, so I got those 4 out. This one pulled a stud, but still. This tin has to come off, which is just sitting there. We have to get these 4 off of here. This is what's called a preheat. So, in wintertime, carburetor is very far away from where the cylinder head is, and over that distance, this will frost up. You actually see it. On the dune buggies, it does it. This is a preheat. Exhaust goes across here, across the base of the intake manifold, and back down the other side. It has like a bit of a flow going to it. They restrict one side, and the other side has a little bit of pressure to it. Feeds heat underneath, keeps it from freezing up. You just got to take these 4 off, and we should be able to get the intake manifold lifted out. A lot of times they break. I don't think we really care because we're not using any of the exhaust off of this. Let's go see what we get. Generally, you're changing a muffler, which has already been cut off of this. You can't see it, like there's normally a muffler that goes across the front. And the only thing that's left right now is the heater boxes. But this is part of the muffler. Somebody took a Sawzall and cut them off. What we want to be careful of, though, is when we start getting to the studs going into the heads, a lot of times they'll break, but there's a trick. So, taking them off without damaging them. You can see this is already cut off of the, that was already cut off the muffler, so it didn't make any difference. So now, we should be able to wiggle. We should be able to get this whole assembly right out of here. Sometimes it'll fight you between the these 2 pieces, but it's gone. Okay, so we're going to use all his stuff over. So we're going to get rid of the fuel pump, distributor, the generator stand. Distributor can only go in one way, like an American car where you have to worry about indexing it. There is a drive. If you took the drive out, then you would have an issue. But this, for the most part, a little love tap. It's been in there a while because there's an O-ring under it, but let's go see. That one's been in there a day or 2, huh? We'll save that for another car. Everything we know of his is good. We got a couple of bolts for the fuel pump. This is an old fuel pump too, because you tell it's got the screws going around it. You can take it apart. All the modern ones are either riveted together or it doesn't come apart at all. And I found even if this fuel pump did work, it would work only for a short period of time and then it would crap out because it's just been sitting so long that the diaphragms on the inside harden up and or leak. And if they leak, generally it doesn't leak to the outside. Sometimes it does happen, but what it'll do, it'll leak down the center of it and go down to the oil, and it thins your oil out. All of a sudden your oil light's coming on. You don't know why. Because the oil is just so thin it's not oil anymore. All right, let's go get the 4 out for the generator stand. We're gonna need a swivel socket for that, for 2 of them. I think we can get 2 or 3, I think we can get. Kind of give us an idea what we got for slush underneath it too. Yeah, I'll bring you back when I get them out. Let's get that to pop free. There's a screen underneath it, and this is a breather. Just like a crankcase breather. They use some rare times they have a little. There was an acorn in it. There's a there would be like a little plastic filter on the end of it. They usually fall off pretty quick. And let's just get need a little. There you go. So that. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. So that got in there. I don't know if somebody had an oil cap off of it. That definitely should not be there. See the sludge that's building up on it? We'll change this out later. I'm going to leave it on now just to protect some stuff falling down in it. Do the same with the intakes. Plug them off. Get rid of those wires. I think we're to the point we can deal with the heater boxes, which is the exhaust system that are on the side. We have to deal with the muffler too, although it's not there. This is where muffler would normally be bolted on. We're going to go throw a wrench on these. Actually, let me get these little couplers out of the way. We're going to throw a wrench on these, and we're just going to go feel if they crack loose or not. If they don't want to crack loose, we're going to approach them in a different fashion. This is just a coupler with the fan shroud up top, with the fan in it, of course, hence the name. And it blows air through some tubes, comes down through these around the exhaust. The exhaust is in the middle of this, and this is like a kind of looks like a little radiator inside. It picks up the heat and it blows it into the cab out there. Well, we're not going to use these. We're going to put Brian's better ones on. And if you own a Volkswagen, you're going to want an S wrench. And get them on there. We're just going to kind of feel like that one cracked loose. Good. Sometimes these actually, the front ones, because they get changed more, the muffler burns out more than the heater boxes do. I might need a little love tap to get it on there all the way. Man, that one's kind of questionable. Let me back you up a little. That was very close to not going. Should be able to get it. And once I start binding it up, work it back and forth. Work the threads off. Give him a little spray because I know you're going to yell at me. Sometimes what will happen is you get yourself into trouble because you are able to crack it loose and then it won't go any further. Now you're kind of screwed because it's kind of like a diving board. It's not tight anymore. And normally what I'll do is, we're probably going to have to do it on the back, but you'd have to chisel it. And you split the nut. You run a chisel down the middle of it, split it, and you just take the nut right off of it. But if it's loose like it is now, with that little bit of play that's in there, you're never going to get it. Because now when you're hitting it with a chisel, it's kind of bouncing. It just starts bending the set over instead of the chisel cutting into the nut. I'm going to go work on that a little bit. Worst case, we're going to tighten it back up if I can't get it. Yeah, I got it by working it. We were able to get that one. I'm looking at those back ones though, and I would say they are original. What are we? Is this car 60? 57 years old, 58 years old. I don't know. Math. Make me do math. So, what happens if you break a stud? Not so bad out of the car, but you can imagine the body of the car being right here. You're not gonna be able to get a drill in here to go deal with that, so you'd have to go take the engine out and all, and just open a can of worms. You can chisel it in the car. And once you do a couple, yeah, that's not gonna go. Let's go give her. Yeah. You look close at that, you're gonna break that stud right off. And then you just, because the studs are steel, kind of hardened steel, because they're a bolt really, and the head is aluminum, very soft. So if you're trying to drill the center of it, what happens is usually the drill walks a little bit to one side, and all of a sudden now you have a hole drilled to put a new stud in, but it's off center. So instead of making a mess out of it, let's go about it a different way. I'm gonna get you where you can see. All right, so we're gonna go split that nut off of there. We got just a cold chisel, and I'm gonna try and run it straight in on the flats. I'm not trying to make it turn or anything yet. And you keep going. Actually made a double mark there, but you keep going. All of a sudden it's gonna make a different sound. Right about there right now. Hear it? That was a nut splitting open. So now the nut is released from the threads. You can kind of tap. You can actually put like a wrench on or something on it too. It's a little bigger than a 13 nail, but you can go take that right off of there. It looks like those threads are going to be terrible, and you couldn't use it anyway. Let me spin that off. Let me go grab a wrench. I'll take that off of there. I'll show you what's underneath. We got a 13 and a 14 millimeter wrench. Sometimes you get it with one, but not the other. I'm gonna try the 14. You can just spin it right off of there. And the threads, it's rusty, but the threads are all there. We'll clean that up with a thread chaser later. All right, so I'm gonna go do the same to the bottom one. We'll get this right out of our way. Hear it? And it cracked and made a different sound. And then you can kind of lean the punch up on a little bit of an angle and gotta try to open the nut up a little. Nice. Make her spread. So there's tins that are attached to the heater box. Yeah, that one came off. There's tins that attach to the heater boxes. A bunch of screws that go around it. So airflow is flowing down through the cylinder head, around it, and exits underneath the tin and it exits out that way. It's the back of the car as you're driving, so the hot air would be exhausted out of there. This, I think, probably doesn't have any screws left holding it together. I see these two right here, two there. There's usually some in the front that wrap around it. Sometimes they're usually so rusty, you give her a couple of wiggles. Let me put you back in the stand. There's somebody smuggling drugs in this one. Gets so rotted out, we're not using any of this stuff anyway. So I'm not gonna bother trying to chase all these screws and save it. So I'm just gonna take these two screws out and I should be able to just rip the whole thing off instead of trying to take all of them individually. It's all wasted anyhow. But these two are gonna fight us. I already know, they have a good chance that these are gonna break off. Let's see what we get. This is essentially aluminum, steel going into aluminum. And a lot of times, they don't play very well. I'm not even bothering putting a screwdriver in it. And I don't think shake and break is going to do it either. But sometimes you can kind of wiggle them, try to get them going. But generally the heads are going to snap off. Let's try it. You think you got it? And you don't. You could try heating it. It really doesn't make a difference. It's not going to go. You can put fluids on it. It's not going to go. I've done this hundreds of times. I've tried all different kinds of things. It's just the unfortunate victim of what the two materials do. Like working on an old boat engine, you know. You want to try the shake and break? We'll try it. I don't think it's going to work though. Shake and break. There. Goes in an air hammer, and you can put a little bit of pressure on it. Hammering down while you're turning it. Easy. Let me get it set up in a little bit better position. Not gonna go. And I knew it. It's just that you were gonna yell at me if I didn't do it. So I did. Alright, so I'm gonna go work on breaking that off. And we get the rest of the tins out of our way. Bigger vice grips. All else fails. Bigger vice grips. You know when you're ready to about write something off and you just go and you just give her? One attitude. That's all we need to hold her together. Yeah, go figure, right? Maybe the hammering shook her just enough. Get that whole assembly mess out of here. We're stuck. I got one more in the front to do. Let's go see what. Peel all that nonsense out of there. Because we're not using any of that. Normally you would unscrew all those tins and get it out of there, but yep, the drugs are falling out. Let's see what we got for what the studs are. Like I said, you would think that they would be gone all rusted out underneath there. But you'd be surprised how much of it stays afterwards. You just have to clean them up with a thread chaser. All the junk out of it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Still has oil in it too. Alright, so I'm going to do the same to the other side. No, if the weight's not on, it wants to flip on me. I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm going to go get this crap off of this side. And do the same just again. People wonder why I had my little yellow guy hanging off my belt and I try to figure out what it is. It's for the stereo. Every time I turn the camera back on, turn the stereo on. We just got done with AC/DC. Yes, we did. I'm saying it's one of the few bands that really hold the test of time. Even the youngsters nowadays.
Even the chillins
still do the same. So this one up here was loose, and you can see it actually took a. I was able to get it off. But you get able to see how it bent itself, and the bottom one too. So someone really had an issue with this side trying to take stuff apart. Looked like they broke one in the front. Here's the one that was in the front. You can see it sticking out further than the others. So somebody drilled that out and tried putting a stud in there, and they did, but yeesh, even that's not square though. Brian's grabbing the engine out of the back of the truck. All right, where was I? I think we might take it out of the stand. We gotta get the flywheel off of it to put a new main seal on it. Out with the old, in with the old.
in with the broken.
Some assembly required. I'm gonna get rid of all the junk that's on this bench off of here because I don't think we're gonna use much of it. I'll start cleaning it up. Brian's gonna start setting us up with the clean stuff. But before that, I'm gonna spin that engine around. We'll set it here. We'll get the flywheel off and get a new seal in it. That. Let's get rid of that. Ready?
Yep.
Put your foot under this thing. Now we gotta take that and that out of our way.
I am not the winner.
You lost. One more room?
Still losing.
How's that?
It's pretty nice.
Going the wrong way.
We gotta tighten it first, right?
I was making sure it was tight.
Yeah. It's pretty spinny.
Generally on a Volkswagen, the top two are bolts going through when you bolt it to the transmission, and the bottom two have studs on them. So when you're putting an engine in, you have the two studs that help you line up to the transmission.
Yeah, oh, that's what's missing. Studs.
So the dexterity, you know what?
Oh, you know what will help?
There you go.
Oh, what a difference that makes.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this bolt out, sir. I didn't put it in here.
You remember what I said about having studs on the bottom? Yeah, they're missing on this one.
Yeah.
It's got a bolt.
That's why he won.
Yeah.
He cheated. He set me up for disaster before he even got here.
Well, I don't think the bottom one even had one in on the for the starter.
Oh, no.
Which you saw, that bracket that was there, that's part of a transmission that's cut away, and it allows you to start an engine out of the car. They make stuff for it too, or you just take an old transmission and you cut the corner of the bell housing. All right, we need a 36 millimeter
Man leaders.
and my best impact gun. Good. 2 big screwdrivers will get us that wiggle out of there.
One. Two.
This is where you gotta watch your toes. You wanna grab that flywheel? I think the motor will probably stay put.
Okay.
There you go. It's got dowel pins that are holding it. Just about ready to drop right now. And the seal that we're talking about. Right there. So this gets all hardened and leaks over time. And when you have it this far apart, it's time to change it. You just get on one of the dowels. And pop that out of there. Don't want to lose those. Those are the shims for the bottom end. Should be 3 shims. I'm gonna go clean them, get them back on there. And of course, I'm like, you got a new seal, right? It's like, yeah, I think so. No, you have one at his house though. I didn't even look at my stash and I didn't have any. I'm like, uh-oh. That's not like me. Anyhow, here's our brand new one. Nothing fancy about it. No sealers, no nothing. Take a drip of oil with your finger though, and we're gonna go rub it on that just to give her a little something when the flywheel's going on. It doesn't want to chew it up. Let's go just give her a little bit of that. Won't hurt a thing. So he has a new flywheel. He has the flywheel we took off. So I wouldn't call it new. I don't know what was on there. Which one would you choose? The top of the flywheel. And again, it's most of the rust isn't really an issue. It's the mating surface that's on it. See how long that one's been sitting. We could probably clean that one up. And there's this one. Actually, not much difference between the two of them as far as condition. You gotta clean the rust off of it. But I don't see any bad overheating spots. Definitely looks like it's again, it's share of oil though. I think the seal is already leaking. One other place you gotta change. There's an O-ring inside here. We gotta pick out, put a new O-ring in because it'll leak through the crank. And then there's something called a gland nut. These two guys right here. It's what the center of the transmission shaft rides on. You can see there's a bearing in there. See how chalky that one is. That one's a dud. So we're gonna use the one that he was using over again. Much better condition. I'm gonna go change that O-ring. Throw the flywheel on, tighten it down. And we're gonna take a screwdriver front and back. We're just gonna see if it has a little bit of play. Yeah, it's a little on the large side, huh? Let's go see if we can dig that one out. Over time, this kind of gets brittle too, and it doesn't. There's no spinning on it. Actually, that one.
I don't think we changed that one the last.
It was also rotted. It's kind of. It's rotten.
There's where the oil came from.
Mm-hmm. Well, both.
Or both, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this is very wet on the backside there.
Hmm.
Don't say it.
I'm not. I can't. You told me to watch my mouth, sir. So leave it to your imagination, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it to your imagination.
I'm just going to put just a little bit of oil on that, just so that it doesn't pinch it when we bolt it back up.
Speaking of my imagination.
I should have done this before I put the seal on it. Just because we're changing flywheels, there's a back spacing. There's like an end play, I should say, that's on it, that are adjusted by those 3 shims. I'm going to go grab a couple of big screwdrivers, a decent sized screwdrivers, put a tile indicator on it, but I'm just going to go it should be about 4 or 5 thou. A little bit of a tink to it. Yeah, with better screwdrivers. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're okay. It's very little. Again, like I've had motors where they got like 40 thou on the thing, and you could hear it. The crank is just floating around the bottom of it. That 65.
My 64 that I drive
Yeah.
all the time does it.
The Gia that I sold, that 65 Gia got sold, and that thing, the bottom end was sloppy, but it ran and ran and ran, and that's all that is what it is. I sold it cheap. Got a dial indicator on there. We'll just hopefully we get. I'm gonna go pull to one side and then back. Actually, a little too tight. Probably should have took the shims out of your motor because we changed the flywheel with this one. Yeah. You got like a 1 thou. Yeah. I don't want to damage that seal getting it out. That's the problem. Moving too fast. Yep, it is too tight. We're going to have to change those shims. I'm going to do my best to get behind it. And not damage it. Look at that, huh? So what you can do, I should have done it before I put this in there. I wasn't thinking that would change in the flywheel. So these 3 shims have a thickness to them. You can measure them. You could change the difference on it. We're about 1 thou right now, and that's a little too tight for end play. Should be between 3 and 5 thousandths. So I'm going to go take the 3 shims out of his because it is the same flywheel being used over. It may or may not work for us. So we're going to go throw it together real quick with his setup without putting the main seal in it, and see if we can fix our. We'll just edit that part out. Nothing to see.
Movie magic.
Yeah. All right. So here's the ones out of his. Here's the flywheel. I'm gonna pop that flywheel back on.
Not until you put the seal in.
Nope. No seal.
No seal this time. Okay.
Okay. We're gonna check it through because we may have to tweak it. Nice shot of the top of your head.
I mean, it's a handsome head. I have to be able to see.
Brian lost his glasses, or broke his glasses.
Yes, a Marine Corps my glasses to pieces.
All right, let's go set the gauge up one more time. See if we get a difference on it. If we have to, we'll start measuring between the two of them, see if we can find a good set. Now I should be able to see. And we'll work it one way. We're about 85 thou and 80. So 4 to 5 thou. Go back the other way. Yeah, between 4 and 5, they're perfect right there. And again, that's using the shims that flywheel was off of, which I probably should have done. I just screwed up. That's all. So I'm going to go pop the flywheel back off, put the seal back on, and continue on our way. But yeah, don't want too tight of a bottom end.
Sir, you told me I had to behave myself. Stop.
All right.
Don't forget to seal your bottom end.
Too tight on the bottom end, you start squeaking. You know? Locked up. You don't want to get locked up.
We do not want to get locked up.
Now with a dirty rag. Just put oil on the seal. It's good for the
Removal.
traction of dirt. Yeah.
Removal and reinstallation.
We didn't even put a scuff mark on it. She's fine.
Of course, you're professional. I don't know what comes past journeyman in the trade, but that's where you are. I think it's doctor. No, no, just reference you as doctor, sir. Oh, they fucking hate it in your comments when I call you sir. Ooh, my mouth, Bri.
Sometimes. And sometimes you can tweak the seal. Like if the flywheel had a big heavy groove in it, you got about maybe an 1/8 inch of play as far as where you can kind of set it. I like to try to set it up flush with the case. Put some fresh oil on that before you put it on there. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
We'll say anything about lubing your bottom end.
Yeah.
Seal.
Yeah.
Your O-ring.
Tight seal.
Tight seal.
Get the comments in. You're doing it wrong.
Oh, totally doing it wrong.
You can't use it twice.
How's my head look? Good. Thank you.
It's in the socket. Where's the nut?
I am the nut.
Yeah. Look at that. There you go. You lined up? I think you're lined up.
I feel like I am.
I see you what.
Fire more.
About that tight. We do it right because we do it twice. And on that note, we might lose some oil, but we're going to flip it up on the flywheel. And we're just going to take a look at what we got going on for push rod tubes and messes and all that kind of stuff. And they sell aftermarket, like this one's got a big kink in it. We're going to take a minute to clean them up. They don't look terrible. The reason why I'm kind of shying away from taking the cylinder heads off is sometimes the studs will pull, and then you just open up a whole can of worms. So we're trying to just put something back together that's a runner, not make a show car out of it. How about I have you bring like maybe some parts washing fluid over here if you want. Do you want to work on this like right where it is, and we'll clean some of this crap off of here and get a better decision. We also have to worry about like the broken bail for the valve cover holder, which is broken on both sides. It just rusted up and snapped off. So we're gonna deal with that too. The deflector plates are in, not very tight apparently. That one might be missing the upper part. That one's in. That's for airflow coming around the cylinder heads. A lot of times people put the engines together, they don't have that in there, and it'll cause hot spots on the cylinders. All right, he's gonna go ahead and do some washing. Bunch of corrosion is growing on the manifold. Do that 4 more times. So Brian's been taking time running around with a toothbrush, doing some cleaning, getting all the crap out of the nooks and crannies. I think we're gonna leave the push rod tubes alone. Although they do look a little on the rusty side, I don't see them in the possibility of failing in the near future. Now they said that right. And if they do, there's a aftermarket ones you could put in that go in and it has like a thread on it. You could expand them, insert them, expand them, and keep them in there. They have a tendency to leak. They're not that great, but they are, something to kind of get around. That one just got a little bit of a dent in it, but he has made the decision. And we're going to leave her best well enough alone. So we're going to go work on this cylinder head. and try to repair this part of it. So we're going to kick it to the side. Let's get this tie wrap off of there and release the oil that's dripping out of it. It's probably a mix of oil. I threw it in there last time just to run it. Let's see what we get when we cut the tie wrap off. I'm not sure how much is going to come out of. Say probably about half of it. I should probably put the pan underneath it, huh? There we go. So I think last time we fired it up, it was clacking real bad. It was actually missing a valve adjuster. But the inside of the heads actually don't look too bad. It's not that dirty. I'm going to go lean it this way a little bit. Actually, probably I can work with it right there for now while Brian's working on the other side. So that is what this is supposed to be going into. It's a bail. Think of it like your master cylinder on your old American cars would have a little bail that flipped over the cover and hold it. Well, of course, it rusted and built itself right up, so that and that is the same size. And then it broke off. So we're going to do our best to try to see if we can get that part. But first, we're going to hit a flapper disc. We're going to try to get that flush with the top of it. When I do, there it is. I'm going to try to grind that flush. I'm going to grab a center punch, try to center punch that, and then start working our way up with drill bits. And hopefully at some point it just kind of rips itself out. There's no threads there. Let's see if we can get as close to the center. Ah. There we go. Problem is that's hardened, so same as the bolt. And this material is real soft around it, so once you lose it, it's done. Gotta watch that walking. I think we need a bigger dent. Again, that's so hardened. That's a new bit too. We're not going to be able to get it that way. So we're going to go try something a little bit different. We are going to try drilling down the side of it to give it some room to move. And go on the fatter side. Use a little smaller bit too. Who knows what's next? What's the next trick you think we should try? Who said putting a little nut on top of there and trying to weld it? Sure you did. Let's go set that up. So unfortunately this is what killed the camera last time. But now we have a sacrificial lens in front of the lens. I wonder if I can get one that's for welding. You know what I mean?
Oh, a lens for welding.
Yeah, like
I'm sure they make one.
Because that just threads on there.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can.
We're going to go try and buzz that into there. And I won't stick to the aluminum because it's not the same metal. Let's go see what we get. Nah. Did he just pull right out?
Yes.
Part of it came out. Let's try that again. That didn't do anything. Let that cool down a second. I am going to keep trying that. See if I get any results. If I don't, I'll switch over to something else. That's the battle plan right now. I was hoping we give it, the pass down each side of it would give it a little bit of room to work. So instead of putting a nut on it, I decided to fill it up like a ice cream cone. Just kind of stack welds on it. Let's see if we can kind of get right with vice grips and if we can get any kind of movement out of it. There we go. That works.
Nice.
We got a plan. All right, so now we know how to do the other side. Again, and just a little passage down there just to give a little bit of room. Right on the other side, we only have to drill one hole, maybe. Let's go see the bale. Go put bale on it. That's all it has to do is hold that, so I'm not that concerned. All right, got one down. Let's go get the other. One's got a little bit of depth to her, too. Let's get a hole drilled next to where all the crud is. Don't. Not while I'm drilling. And see how well it works for the second one. Just get that a little bit of wiggle. There we go. 2 for 2. Awesome. So all the studs kind of sticking out of it are all beat. And to clean them up, this is, you would think this is like a tap and die set. It's not. It's just a thread chaser. And the idea is just to get rid of any debris that is in the threads and to just like if a thread gets knocked over or bent, it kind of clears it up. It's not really meant to remove material, but you just run that over there. I'll do it with a socket later, but you can kind of hear it. It'll just get all the crap out of the threads for you. So when you do put hardware on there, it's not going to fight you. Again, we already cleaned them up with a wire wheel, but you can see like, these are terrible over here. It'll fix like, you can see where the threads are kind of knocked down a little bit. It'll straighten that stuff back up again. That's all. You can feel it crunch the threads out and clean them up. See a little bits of metal come off of it. And now you put regular hardware right on there. I think I already did this top one, I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. One more. Let's go do these first. Hard part, you just got to get it to start straight, fairly straight. Definitely generates some heat too. Thread chasers. So this was the worst one. You can see how boogered up it is. Let's go see. Get her to start. Like I said, where that was all hammered before. Now you can put regular hardware on there, no problem. Done. Well, although it does look kind of still scuzzy, it is clean enough for what we're going to go use it for. And we're going to start getting all the plugs unplugged. We're going to pop the valve covers on it. Then we're going to pop it back in the stand, and we're going to start reassembling what we have for our goodies. Get the valve covers ready. And get rid of all the time of the month plugs out of her. Here, we got them all.
Did you call them time of the month plugs?
I did.
Just want to make sure I caught that correctly.
Might as well throw the clutch on before we put it back in the stand. That's an alignment tool. Make sure that it's in the center. We're going to start skipping ahead. You can pretty much understand what's going to happen here. We're going to go put 6 bolts in it and evenly tighten them down. Go around, and just draw it all the way in. And then when we're done, we can pull that out and it should stay aligned. Should. So the bottom of that engine is supposed to have a stud in each side, and it does not. So let's go see if we can get vice grips on these, spin them out, take it on an angle. Yeah, let's go put our. Actually, you might even be able to. We got that close?
Done.
Back off the table. Slam!
On my toe.
Woohoo! So, he let go of that for a reason because he crashed over there, dumped the cart. Half the stuff fell out. Then he got to here, he crashed. I was like, here, you take it. He does need glasses, so there is that.
There's that. I do need glasses.
He went the full lock.
Can't go to full lock.
Remember when you were a little kid in the wagon? You dump your brother out? Actually, my brother was dumping me out. You turn it too far and just... That's what happened. Brian was reminding me that we welded back together his tins. This is what's called the single port tins, and his were gone, so we sectioned from dual port once together the last time. And we're going to go start putting together what we need to put together. We're just going to pretend there's a screw in there. We're not going to tell anybody. This one's still loose, so we can kind of move them around. But we're going to get the intake manifold on. They popped out the old gaskets. These kind of like crushed down. They're hollow. And when you bolt the intake down, they will kind of crush down too. And form to the intake. On each side. There, we can go wiggle. Our intake on. We're going to leave this snug too until the muffler goes on because it helps with the pitch of it. The muffler holds up with his flanges, so I'll get them started and we'll kind of leave it like that for now. Although it looks like you missed a lot, only thing we did was we put the intake manifold back on, wedged her into place, set the ends. We had to take a socket and kind of those new gaskets, set them a little bit so that the hardware can get started, and then set the fan shroud on it, which is including the generator. But that kind of makes it look like it's almost there. Oh, and the stand. Yeah. Again, we're just kind of bolting stuff together. If there's anything funky to show you, I'll bring it back, but we're just going to keep reassembling. You want to throw your heater box on probably, right?
Yeah, that's what's going on next.
Is yours the side that has the hardware that's iffy?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll run the hardware on that one.
Okay.
Just because.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna question that.
You could do that side.
You can totally. Let me give you the chair.
Remember when I said you missed getting the furniture outfit on? Yeah, the push rod was off for the heat thermostat. I'd take it, flip it around. Now let's go back together. Again. You gotta get her down to the heating hole. Can you hold this side up for me?
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I can.
Let's put
on the bend it wrong.
Yeah. It's gotta go to you. Work. Take a screwdriver and the worker. That's what it looks like. Now we can put our 2 screws back in. And a couple of donuts for the exhaust. That's a little snug. So this one does. That one's better. Got to get this one to recede a little bit more without cracking it. Let's go with that there, that under there. And get 4 of the bolts on top started. And you gotta get the heater box to line up at the same time. That's make a hardware on this one first, and then we'll get the other side going. That's where the rubber mallet comes in. Needs a little love.
A little love.
Just a little love tap. It's gonna fall off. It'll fall off the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we get a nut started on that. You going with the copper ones?
14mm jammies.
Yeah. That's good. No, that side's not going to fall off. Now we're going to work on that side. Usually the heater boxes are fighting it a little bit. Just got to get them lined up. We are going to need to might loosen this heater box up to give us a little bit of room. I'll loosen the heater box up. And just like that. So Brian's all happy. It's the next day. He has his barnacles in place, and he can actually see what he's doing.
I call them my birth control devices. It's a Marine Corps thing because it keeps you from procreating because you look so hideous with your glasses on.
I thought you were going to go the other way around where you could say you see what you're dealing with.
No, different.
That might be on. We may put that on the outtake. I don't know.
that may be on the cutting room floor even.
So we are to the point where it's actually the next day. We have a fuel pump, a distributor to put in. We should probably even swap that oil pressure switch over. These have a tendency to fail over time, but they are in the other engine. I think we're all, other than that, we're getting pretty close to being buttoned back up.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, and we got on his old, I was looking around for them, like, where are they? They're still on the engine, that's why. So I'm gonna go yank those 2 off of there, and we'll get them on, get a belt on it, and we'll see what we can do. Make some noise. Hopefully not too noisy. Considering this is the one that we want to keep, let's see if we can get a plastic hammer underneath it and get it to pop out of there. Yeah, that was easy. Check the seal. This one's got electronic ignition in it. So yes, you gotta. Did you put that in?
No, it came that way.
Oh, so far so good. One thing you got to watch out for. I yanked the fuel pump off. You can see the height of this fuel pump push rod that's in the center of it. We'll take a peek at the other one. We'll see the height of the other one. They come in two different heights. And you can see that one much taller. Now that is riding on a cam, so it could be on the higher side of things. We're going to rotate it a little bit, see how far this drops down. But I'm pretty sure that is going to be the wrong one. We just have to swap them over, that's all. Yeah, so it's all the way down, and it's not the same. Let's go pop that one out of there. See if we have a length difference. See the big difference in it? Oh, this one should almost be flush. That's the one that's going to work with that fuel pump, because it's been working with that fuel pump. If we tried cranking down on it, we would have cracked the fuel pump at minimum. Sometimes you could even, you do damage to here too. This is like a Bakelite material. You could take this out, and underneath it, usually the bottom half ends up staying down in the engine. So if you don't need to, just leave them well enough alone, unless you have to take it apart, because then to get that broken piece out of there can be a nightmare. So you might have to split the case. We're not doing that. Yeah. Here's my pump. Pump it up. Pump it up. Gaskets. I'm gonna leave the gasket that's on it, because it looks good. And the distributor, it can only go in one way. It's got a keyed offset down below. And we have, I know this lock was a little tight getting out of there, the original one. And you got to rotate the rotor. Once we start getting closer with the cam to drop in. We should have a little bit more than that to go yet.
It happens to maybe not a lot of people, but I've seen it more than once where it's 180 out.
Yeah, we're good. It depends on who put the drive together. I gotta get it in one seat. You need to hit it. Hit it with a hammer.
Little tip of tapping, if you will.
Yeah, about. Looks like it should be right there, maybe.
Yes.
So we're just going to rotate it till these two valves are out and the crank is on top dead center. I gotta find the mark. Need my glasses.
You want to borrow mine, sir?
It's for distance too, right?
Yep.
I just need them for reading.
Good, I know who to give my reading glasses to. I have extra pairs for you, sir.
I make it about a month. I buy them in bulk.
Yeah, me too. I 2.5 weeks and I went through 2 pairs.
So that should be top dead center, but it could be top dead center on the compression stroke or not. So right now we are at right where we want to be, and that rotor should be facing at number 1. And on this distributor, it actually does have a mark there. Usually that's kind of an odd spot for it. Usually it's here or here. But we are going to go with what that says. It's off a little. You could probably, that was loose. Rotate that so it all kind of lines up. That'll be 0. And then we put a timer light on later and see what we end up getting. That should be good enough to run it though. Yeah, we got to thread some plug wires on it. We got to get the coil on it. And on the belt. Shouldn't be much oil left in it. We kind of let it pee from side to side, but we're going to let that run out. We're going to put fresh stuff in it, and he's probably only going to run that for a couple hundred miles. I think that bottom of the mower was pretty sludgy. Then we, by the time we took it apart, see what we get.
Do a couple hundred miles later today.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Chunks.
That feels good.
Just fluttering. Yeah, we'll let that do its thing. All right, so here's the setup we got. Jumper pack in the back, running to a starter, and then this black wire coming off is going to a starter button, so we can crank the starter. Grounded anywhere. Then we have to hook power up to a couple of different places, 12 volts. So we got 12 volts to the coil pull off. This is a fuel solenoid shut off, and then we need power to the coil. So there's 3 spots that are connected. Also, there's a test light in the loop, which is going to the oil pressure switch. We turn on the jumper pack, that should light up, and then when we get oil pressure, it should go off. Same as like in your car. Yeah, the light's on it now. We're gonna get you in a stand. We've got to turn the fuel on. We got fuel coming through a little primer bulb to get to the carb, and we'll see what we got. Get the exhaust in there.
For the animal nose.
Yeah, just in case it shoots out something
For
alive.
the laminals. The dirty laminals.
Fuel. Fire extinguisher. Might want to tighten that up. Well, there's your problem. You can't just put the fuel line on and not tighten the clamp. You have to tighten the clamp.
I mean, it's fine. It's just cleaning.
We're just purging. Yeah, we're getting rid
It's
of
cleaning what I missed.
We got fuel up through the float bowl. To the fuel filter, rather. So that. Take all the wires out of harm's way. Let's give her a crank. Don't have any fuel yet.
Whoa! Something.
Got these plug wires on right?
Nope.
Yeah. You got 3 and 4.
I did.
On 4 and 3.
When I seen it backfire through the carb, I went, oh, he's gonna fucking catch me. He's gonna catch me for sure.
Alright, that is. Yep.
Yep. Rookie mistake.
New guy.
New guy. Okay, try that.
I did the other side. Just saying.
Just my side wins. My side is better.
Alright, we need power for this. And let's see if we get the button. Where's the button? That's outside. Well, that's out. The throttle's a little weird. Throttle's hitting a little bit.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty decent.
That's good.
Your throttle's there's like a piece of tape you got wrapped around a thing that's hitting it, not allowing it.
Oh, what?
It's like a piece of tape or something up here on wherever that stop is right there. It's hitting
I
it.
have no idea, sir.
It is that right there, whatever that thing is. Is it bent? Something's wrong there. We'll figure that out. But good. Sounds decent.
Sounds good, yeah.
So before somebody had their glasses, didn't have the glasses, they dumped the cart over.
I did dump the cart.
And when they dumped the cart over, they bent the linkage for the accelerator pump a little bit.
I did.
And she's not playing well. So we just got to get the carb up out of the way and kind of grab it and just bend the linkage back. Something was making her. Cruise control. It's got cruise control. It's good too. It didn't. It idled okay. I was a little worried about the intake leak on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like it's all right though. Get those little fingers on that back nut.
Just close your eyes.
Yeah, and visualize.
And hopefully you
I'm
catch,
one with the nut.
Hopefully you catch the nut and the washer. Let's see, is today my day? Is it my day? How am I coming out of here?
Ha! It's a big ass washer. I don't think that washer is supposed to be there. That ain't the right one.
It's not the right one.
No.
Let's see what this one looks like.
Hillbilly.
I am a hillbilly. There you go.
Let's go see what this looks like. Oh yeah. See that?
That's how I
yeah, that's not supposed to be
That's
like
a
that.
little cattywampus.
And crushing and all bent and yeah. I can fix it. Good thing we just put all the fuel down the distributor. I'll dry out.
It's just cleaning the parts I didn't clean.
So we took that carb off of there, bent that linkage back, and it should go to idle. Let's go find out. Right on. No, that's not good. Okay, you can fine tune it in the car for the air fuel mix. It's a little rocky, but it's in the stand. Sounds pretty good though. The choke's not off all the way, that's why. This has a little coil in it that heats up when you turn the key on. You put 12 volts back here. There's a little coil in here that heats up and it slowly turns the choke off. Right now it's still on a little bit. Like that. Also, there should be power to that coil. And this is like a fuel solenoid, fuel shut-off solenoid. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with that a little bit. I sprayed both sides of the intake. No leaks there. Yeah, but you put a timing light on again either, so. What's that crazy about that carb? I think that carb might have taken some damage when it took a hit, possibly. I sprayed both manifolds, no change, there's no leaks for an intake leak. Anyhow, good enough. That's just oil burning off the inside of there. We don't have, there's a breastplate that goes across here, but to get the engine in, it's better not putting that in yet, because you'll bit of room. Then the last thing you do, you put that piece in, and you could line up these hoses and these clamps. They all go up to here. We get a little bit of leak. Are you trying to tap them around?
Yeah, I'm banging them around because this one's still leaking. It's probably okay now, but I was. The other side too, but it's fixed.
Good.
Sometimes you gotta knock them around.
Show his boss. Yeah, you definitely got a little bit of a train wreck there. This whole piece is bent. My guess, it may even break. Trying to straighten it out. Let's go see. I think it might have even distorted the bed the carb sits on. He's still on an angle. He's a little bit more spring tension.
Nice.
I don't know. Might have to piece together another carb after. Take a smash on that side and that side. So we tried to go get that car hooked up to the back of this. One thing, it kind of sucks. It's already facing the wrong direction. We're not going to be able to make that swing. Maybe we can coast it down. Yeah, it's got the tow bar hooked up, but we're not gonna be able to make that tight of a turn. We'll figure it out. You got back brakes, you ain't got front brakes.
I didn't touch the brake pedal.
Your back tire locked up.
I used to.
Oh, there you go.
Leg. Feel free to do burnouts. It's burnout friendly back here. Drop the boat. That's probably pretty perfect. I know, but it's easier to push the car than... Like, this push is pretty easy. I feel like this isn't the first time he's been out here on a tow bar.
Come on, baby. Come back up. Okay.
Look at us.
He broke it. Broken? Yeah. Kind of broken. Not broken. I'm not broken.
I'm not broken.
I'm legit broken.
You're
broken.
Oh.
We're both broken.
I'm a little bit busted today, that's for sure. I got it though. I've been through worse.
Land of broken toys. All 50 horsepower. we go.
Here we go.
Drive right through. We aim to please. Almost there. Good. How close in the middle did I get on your side?
Good. Middle, you said.
Log it.
Close enough.
Lock her down.
Okay, girl. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. I brought you to the doctor. The doctor's going to take good care of you. Well, anesthetic. You might feel a little poke in your backside, but don't worry. We're just putting the power plant back in.
Now,
Keep you comfortable.
open up and say ah. Anything we need to do in here before? You didn't steal nothing. Nothing's
No, it's all there.
throttle cable's good.
Yep, I know where everything goes.
You do you?
I do.
All right.
We even got a starter button right here to make it nice and easy for us. I installed that last time.
Look at you. Must be a bitch when you want to go someplace though.
I mean, no, it starts still from the key. It's both. Double duty. It does from both.
Yeah, so maybe that might have been some of
I wonder if it was rubbing.
rubbing or it's more like mice or rodents chewing on it though. Well, we'll throw one of the other ones on there for now. That might have been some of whatever it's sputtering was, possibly.
We'll get some on order.
So we gotta get this out of the way. We gotta take it off the stand. There's a piece of tin that goes back here that we have to put on before we put the engine in. And we have a floor jack here somewhere.
Exhibit A.
Wherever the floor jack and green floor jack over there, it's got like a cup that's made to grab around the oil strainer that I modified. And we'll try to get her up under the car. This lift is not the greatest for doing what we're doing. It's better off with this style where the bottom of the car is open. But we'll get by. We'll make him crawl underneath.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm flexible.
Let's see how this goes for us. We gotta get the pin out of it.
Going pin. Of course.
Huh? Which way?
Told you.
This has to go fairly good. How good are your heater boxes?
Good.
You wanna find out?
Yep.
Put your foot.
Lift your back. Jerking, heaving motion.
Well, we gotta go that
Your
way.
way.
Here. Very gingerly, take your motor for a walk.
Ginger. That's my hair color.
And it'll just lift that up into place.
Okay, ready to go.
Heave! Here's your hole. Oh, you didn't get the paint on the back yet.
No, we're gonna do it now.
Slacker.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
So we have the car with the emergency brake on. We have it in gear so that won't turn. The transmission input shaft won't turn. And Brian's gonna try wiggling the motor forward. I think the jack gets pretty close to, you got it. You got room. I've already done, I think twice I put a bug motor in on this lift.
There.
towards you, the front a little bit. There you go. And jack up if you can. Good, right there. Let me get the throttle cable. There.
In the old tube skewitch.
I didn't put a tie wrap on that.
I mean, there's no time like the present. Yeah. Do it now or pay later.
There's a little metal tube that goes through the shroud that the throttle cable goes through. They have a tendency to slide up out of it, and you put a tie wrap around the back. I'm gonna knock that out.
Getting closer.
You should be able to. Hold on one second.
Yep.
Let's see where you are. You're on the ring, like this, on the throat bearing. You just gotta kind of. Can you will it go up a little?
Yeah. I think I just slipped her. I felt it slip.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. You can go right up here and then wiggle her in. She's not hitting. Not hitting. It's usually a one-man job.
It just slipped in.
So there you go.
You just got to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Is it indexed? Do you know? Yeah. Are you all the way?
Yeah, I'm on. All the way for sure.
Are you going to burn and read? Throw some nuts on. The jack has to go up a hair. One sec. Watch, watch your knee.
Okay. Nice.
Must be in some because the car's wanting to roll. It's gotta be in. I can't see. What do you got for a gap?
I need about 3/4 of an inch on the bottom.
Let me see if anything's binding. Not hose or a cable or something through where it ain't supposed to. Okay, go fire. Hold it.
It's going. Yep. And done. Good, sir.
Got her.
I have a nut being twisted on as we are speaking. With my eyes closed, because, well, how else would you do it?
We just get one and snug it up. Then we lift the car right up in the air.
Yeah. It,
Much easier.
I run it with one, sir. What are you talking about? I'm a hillbilly. Professional hillbilly, even.
Where's that chatter coming from?
Yeah,
clutch chatter.
It's
the
the
motor's
three-
falling out.
It's the only 3 bolts holding my engine in. That's the chatter.
The 1 bolt. See if you're better at this than I am.
Good can. It's all about having the right can.
I know. You spit a little.
You don't hesitate. Even when it spills, just keep going.
Yeah. Well, it's more on the ejection. Are you going for it? Or you want to look underneath the car and see if we got gas piston all over the place?
Nope. I'm just going to keep filling.
I learned my lesson from last time. The TR6 was going. You know, your car's old when you got to open the hood.
It's like an elephant. The trunk's in the front.
The frunk?
The trunk is in the front. The front.
Yeah.
Like an elephant. Same.
Oh, he's doing that. We're pretty much buttoned up. There should be some enough gas in the carb for it to draw forward. The new guy with the wiring. Gotta go on. There's a long side and a short side.
Drink.
That's the one for the air cleaner, maybe. Those are just preheats that run down, run through the heater box, and that gives you your heat. I think we're all hooked up. You are good up in front. Let's give it a shot, see what you get. Nothing?
It's the ignition.
Well, that works. Let it warm up a little bit. See what we get for a center. We got rid of that one bad wire. Sounds good though. You want to open the door? It's a light. The generator light out. It's his old generator and stuff, so it should be, yeah, oil generator let her out. Wow, it'll still not return. I know if it's that carburetor or if it's the gas pedal. Sounds good though. Yeah, that stutter went away.
There's that wire touching metal.
I think so, yeah.
You're so smart.
All right, we're gonna let it warm up a little bit. We still gotta adjust the carb and everything, get the air cleaner on it, get the little side tubes on it. We're gonna let it run for about 5 minutes, get some heat in it. I'll throw a timer light on it too. A little putter now and then.
There's one.
Back off that throttle cable a little. Way too far.
I tried to save it, sir.
No, it's a little better. Stuck my Keep it running for me.
like that for now.
Still think your throttle's hanging up a little bit. I'm gonna try maybe loosening the cable up a little. That throttle cable on the end, if it's got a big kind of like curl to it, I would just get a cable's like $8.
It's added into the list.
Inside, the throttle cable goes through a tube to the firewall, but it's all kind of curled up, like bent over and distorted, so it's not moving smoothly. Hit it with your gas, hit the gas pedal. I want to see what it does. Let it be. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what's happening. All right, you want to shut it off? Yeah, that's exactly what it's hanging up on. Sounds good though.
That's good.
So I jumped up inside the car. His heat's working. I don't know if you can see it. Because he washed the heater boxes and it's burning off the solvent that's going through. It's like, oh, electrical, is it? I'm like, no. It's just your heat coming out from all your vents. Tommy Chong's car. Yeah. He's gonna have to do a little bit of purchasing. It's been sitting for a while. 4 or 5 months, I think he said it was. 3 or 4 months. Brake pedals, really crappy. He's gonna get a new brake kit going all the way around. The throttle cable kind of sucks, and the linkage on the carb going to the accelerator pump is real iffy. You can kind of get it where it doesn't hang up on the carb, but at the same token, it makes it so the accelerator pump is slow to react, so you get a little bit of a flat spot when you go to hit the gas. So he's gonna go look into possibly, if it was me, I'd be taking a box of 15 different carburetors down and try to put one together. That's halfway decent. Then he may go just try an aftermarket one for it. The one that's on it, I think it's actually for a bus. It's got like 9 vacuum ports all blocked off on it. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, Mr. Tyler. Do you have blocks under the back wheel?
No, I moved them all. All up here.
See what you get. See if we can make it off the lift under its own power. See if it cranks. Oh, look at that. That's good. Had to tweak a valve cover a little bit. The gasket on the bottom of the valve cover did one of those. We took it off and reset it in a couple of drips. All right, let's go for a ride.
I voted way back in the day.
For Moose.
Yeah, I did. I will vote for Moose every time.
When the key was off, when you just turned the key on when it wasn't running, did the oil and the generator light come on? Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
I'm glad they closed that gate.
Let's go find ourselves a little back road somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it runs pretty good. Runs like it should. Too fast.
Never.
Going too fast. Well, I say it was a pretty good home for that engine.
I think it fits nicely.
Yeah, it's a correct year for the car, and
I can turn the heat off, sir. We had the heat on. Yeah, correct year, H block for the car. It's a good home for it. Remember to change the oil and valve adjustment in a couple 100 miles.
Yeah.
And do that again.
And go through your brakes.
Oh yeah, brakes.
Glad he cleaned the windshield. Looks like the
clean outside.
yeah, There you
know
go.
when you-
That's better.
You know when you're outside? I know. You tell me if this helps. That's slow. That's slow.
No, did nothing.
Slow.
The windy city. Hey.
I'm plugging it in 4th gear right now. And
That's fine. That's about what you want to do, right?
and accelerating. That's what the engine likes.
Doesn't like second gear though. Wait till it goes into second.
Yeah. You wait till you hear me on 2nd gear right now. Hardly.
The Harley
It's a Harley saved
covered
me.
it. Oh, well, that's even worse. There it goes. The sun. No.
No.
Did nothing.
We need to be
Well, you
going
got the
other way.
You got the outside shade though. That's fine.
This red light.
Oh, shady road. That's better.
That's me. Not the car.
Are you forgetting to push the clutch in or something?
No. No, no.
Driving an automatic too much?
I've always.
Well, 67's got a sway bar set up.
Yeah, front and rear.
Yeah. I got a correct lever right here. Good. Now you can shut it off. Just open it up. See the puff. Again, it's all from him washing the heater boxes. It's just burning off all the crap that's in them. Not hot. Nah, it's good. Good. We put about, I don't know, 8 miles on it or something like that.
Enough. We put enough miles on it to know.
All right, guys. Well, we ran around for about, I don't know, 8 miles, something like that. Seems to be pretty good. Still burn off a little bit of the crap from cleaning it, but no issues as far as we can tell. He's got second gear synchro is a little kind of crunchy, and brakes need some love. Other than that, I think she's back up and ready to run for another. Would you put like 31,000 miles on this car or something?
31,000 miles on it in 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. Just running around town, and during the summer it's his daily. So
Car shows and grocery shopping and
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
He started doing DoorDash with his other bug.
DoorDash and a bug. If you want some advice, DoorDash in an old car. Tips like crazy.
If it stays running.
Yeah.
All right, guys. With that, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we'll get into something else pretty soon. See ya later. What about me? Wait.